Hello everyone, this is Justin Gebhardt. Our class is EVSP498. Our professor is Dr. Val Titus, and today's date is 5 January 2019, and I am here to give you a presentation on 100% renewable energy autonomy in action. Today we're going to talk about the introduction, background, content, delivery style, and assessment, and give you a brief conclusion. An introduction, this critical review will address the overall credibility and reliability of the book 100% Renewable Energy Autonomy in Action. This book offers credible and realistic information that can be implemented and integrated into today's energy sector. A little background on the book. The book is 100% Renewable Energy Autonomy in Action. The author is Peter Droege. It was published in 2009. A little scientific influence was Hazel Henderson is the vice chair of the Climate Prosperity Alliance and president of the Ethical Markets Media for USA and Brazil. During a review of the book, Hazel notes by far the most visionary and practical guide for the global transition from fossil and nuclear power to the information-rich green economies of the solar age. Exciting examples of innovations in cities, towns, villages, and rural communities from all over the world. A little content. The book covers what renewable energy is, the importance behind renewable energy, some current methods to implement renewable energy, along with examples of renewable energy currently implemented in a few countries around the world. A few specific pieces of information that are important to history are in 2007, Spain began to make significant strides in transitioning to renewable energy. And then in 2008, there were 30 regions in Germany that were powered using 100% renewable energy. The delivery style of the book is delivered from a first-person perspective and offers many real-world examples of how renewable energy could be integrated and is currently integrated in various countries. This book is written in a very reader-friendly method with plenty of easy-to translate analogies and humor that increases the ease of reading. The book has multiple chapters. I only selected 4 for this particular exercise. So chapter 4, I selected chapter 4 to review because it discusses how 100% renewable energy is achievable right now. Droege highlights how the world is coming closer and closer to exhausting all of the conventional and nuclear finite resources. Droege then identifies that a true sustainable energy supply must be 100% renewable by efficiently utilizing the available resources. Validated all the chapters by a little outside research. Outside author Garcia notes, clean energy is also gaining remarkable momentum in the United States. Wind farms in 41 states can now provide enough electricity to power 20 million households. However, most of these types of decisions are economically based. Authors Covert, Greenstone, and Middle note, economists, on the other hand, stress the ongoing tension between consumption and technological progress. This concludes that despite the momentum, fiscal challenges are still present. Chapter 8, I selected Chapter 8 to review because it discusses how to achieve renewable energy in regions, how to advance sustainable development, as well as elaborates on what Germany is currently doing to integrate renewable energy. Droege identifies that regional success with renewable energy in Germany is dependent on a national structure. I validated this through the success of combined wind, solar, biomass, and hydroelectric power in the early months of 2018. Germany produced enough power to supply energy to every household in the country for an entire year. Despite this incredible milestone, Germany still struggles with reducing its total emissions, as the country has seen the same statistics for 3 years in a row due to transport, heating, and industry. This concludes that despite this milestone, significant carbon emissions still remain. Chapter 10, I selected Chapter 10 to review because it discusses 100% renewable energy in transportation. Droege identifies how the transportation industry has recognized the need to transition to electronic propulsion vehicles. The transportation industry also recognizes the benefits of hybrid vehicles that plug into charging centers. These charging centers can resupply power from the hybrid vehicles back into the power grid, which is known as vehicle-to-grid. Regenerative braking is a less common known form of renewable energy that can be harnessed from a vehicle's braking event. This recuperation of energy can supply as much as 30% of a vehicle's overall power requirement. The Pennsylvania rail system is taking advantage of this energy source and has begun to implement the technology into the state's transportation and cargo trains. This project is just one example of how large energy consumers can make the effort towards transitioning to a sustainable energy source. Chapter 12, I selected Chapter 12 to review because it discusses how to grow food in a 100% renewable city through building integrated agriculture. Droege believes that cities can utilize unused rooftop space to grow crops inside city limits. Droege estimates there are around 14,000 acres of unshaded rooftop space in New York City, which can be used for farming. Based on current food consumption estimates, this amount of farming space can provide the vegetable needs for an estimated 30 million people. Biomass, wind, and solar are all renewable energy sources that can be utilized in renewable energy farming. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, renewable energy and farming are a winning combination. With minor initial investment, these city farmers can make the transition to renewable energy sources that can supply the necessary power in order to harvest crops on the rooftops inside the cities. In conclusion, the book 100% Renewable Energy, Autonomy in Action offers credible and realistic information that can be implemented and integrated into energy sectors used in today's society. Chapters 4, 8, 10, and 12 were selected for critical review because each chapter discusses information that can be either implemented into today's energy sector or is an example of what other countries are already doing with renewable energy. This book's information has been validated from outside research and has been determined to be credible and factual. Thank you and have a good day.